If you keep wondering why is my manifestation taking time, you will love this video. It's going to help you relax and get ready to receive your manifestation. If you're watching me for the first time, I'm Ishani. I'm your intuitive self-leadership coach. Inside this channel, we talk all about intuition, God, source, universe, receiving, becoming emotionally intelligent, working with boundaries, saying no, removing our people pleasing tendencies, integrating the parts of us who we think are working against us, and more. So, this is coming to you straight out of one of the conversations that I led inside my coaching group, which is this prompt that I want to share with you. If everything, and really listen to it, okay? And think about it. If everything we desire gets manifested without the concept of time, how would your world look like? So imagine that you have a desire and you want it to manifest instantly. How would your world look like? And really think about it. Don't just be like, oh, it's going to be all rosy, because it's not. Because, okay, now let's think about it together. You can also write down your answer and then listen to this. I think that would be better so that you are having a conversation with me. But imagine that as a kid, what was your biggest desire? As a kid, most kids have the desire of becoming an adult. So we are living in this world where there's no time. So we are born as a kid, and then we see that there are all adults around and they are living a nice life. So my desire is to just be an adult. So I'll quickly skip everything else and I'll become an adult. Now in this world, what do you think is happening? There is no childlike wonder because there are literally no child, no kids. There is no sense of curiosity. There is just too much seriousness. There is also lack of patience. There is no resilience. There is no strength. There is no power in human beings because with time we realize our power. We start to witness ourselves in powerful moments, and that is how we build and strengthen our power. We don't have the concept of if this desire is mine or not, because everything we desire, it gets manifested instantly. So my understanding of myself is very limited. It's based on everybody else. But we don't live in a world like that. What is happening here is time gives us the perspective. Time gives us the strength, the resilience, the understanding of our own self. So the question, if you remember, is if everything we desire. So we're getting to the bottom of our desires because of time. Because if you had asked me this question 10 years ago, my desire was just to be in a very beautiful career where I am working for somebody. I'm probably in a managerial position and all of that. I had no understanding of my own self. I had no understanding of what I desire. Concept of time. Time gives me the insight into who I am. It also asks me to look within because when I am going through the different phases of my life, I am experiencing life and I am thinking that I feel like I have desire to have a partner, but being in this relationship, I'm not happy. So is it truly my desire or is it because my parents wanted me to be married by a such and such age? So my understanding deepens because of time. My understanding of myself deepens because of time. And when I understand myself, I understand God, source, universe. And for me, that is most important. So when I am, because of time, when I am moving through my life and I am experiencing difficult moments, now if everything is going to manifest instantly, there'll be no difficult moments as such, although there'll be a lot of chaos because imagine that you are trying to manifest somebody but that person is not interested in you, but you are going to manifest that person. So You're with them, but there's no happiness, there's no pleasure, there's no joy. But right now, what happens because of the concept of time, you are trying to manifest somebody, that person is not aligned. So they are going to take their time, you are going to take your time. And maybe in 3 years, you'll realize, not my person. They might realize, not my person, right? Or they might realize you are their person and you are still that person who wants them. So you two get together and then you lead a beautiful life with ups and downs and all of that. But because of time, the concept of time, you work through it because you realize the importance of this relationship. You realize how grateful you are because you spent 3 years manifesting this person and now you have received them. So you are going to nurture it and be happy with this relationship. You'll try and ensure that you become that version of yourself. And you are also, all these 3 years, the time was enabling you to become that version who can be happy with the person. So I wanted to reflect on all these things. We put a lot of pressure on our manifestations because we want them to happen instantly. Imagine you are a business owner, and I'll give you my example. I am building towards a $1 million business. Okay. But if you ask me today, if I receive $1 million business worth $1 million, what would happen? My entire body will go in fight, flight, freeze, or fawn because I don't know. I don't have the capability, capacity, psychologically, logistically, spiritually to actually be able to respond and hold that kind of business. So with time, I'm being prepared to have that. I don't know how much time it will take because it's all happening in divine timing, but we are being prepared. So time always helps us be prepared for our manifestation. The more pressure we put on our manifestations, the further the manifestation goes. So the moment we dissolve the time frame, the moment we dissolve that this needs to happen by this time, we actually allow ourselves to relax. And the more we relax, the more we receive. So again, really think about it. If you want something and it you receive it instantly, it we feel like it's the most wonderful thing. But would you become the person that you've become now because of all the experiences that you've had? Would you be the good listener that you are because of the experiences that you have? If there was no concept of time, would you be such a beautiful friend if there was no concept of time? How would you be if there was no concept of time? So we are always fighting with time instead of thinking that time is working in our favor. Time is giving us the preparation period to become who we need to become in order to enjoy the thing that we want to receive. I want to go so much deeper into this, but this is what I wanted to leave you with today. This brought up so much in my conversation with my clients today, and I am still soaking it in. I just wanted to come here and talk to you about this because this is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful perspective to have. But time gives us perspective. Time gives us the expertise, the experience, the knowledge, the wisdom, the strength, the trust, all of it. So instead of fighting time, can you see how time is working for you? And as you do that, I know that all your manifestations are going to come sooner than you realize. If you stop fighting with time,